Hello everyone, Rui Quinna here. Today, we find ourselves in a place that holds an unwanted title, according to the American Air Quality Index reports. This is the most air-polluted city on Earth. We are in Lahore, Pakistan, a city whose air takes away an average of 5 years from every resident's lifespan. Lahore is not only a living example of extreme environmental pollution, it's also a reminder of just how much harm human activity can cause to nature. As we move through the streets, every breath we take is heavy with dust, fumes, and a sour, musty odor. It's a city of history, culture, and resilience, but also one wrapped in a constant gray haze. Let's begin exploring the reality of the most polluted city in the world. A city overflowing with people and dust. Lahore is one of the most densely populated cities on the planet, with an estimated 14 million people as of 2021. Our journey starts in one of South Asia's oldest and busiest marketplaces, Anarkali Bazaar. Here, even the motorcycles parked on the roadside tell a story. They are not just parked, they're buried under layers of dust, and it's not the dust of weeks. This layer settles in just 1 or 2 hours. Shopkeepers constantly sweep, wipe, and dust their stalls, but it feels like an endless battle. Dust wins every time. When you take a deep breath here, the air feels sour, almost metallic. Masks quickly turn gray with use. The main culprits? Exhaust fumes from thousands of diesel-powered vehicles, smoke from burning coal, and poisonous gases from factories that release waste into the air without proper filters. Add to that the fine dessert dust that drifts into the city, and you have an environment where breathing itself is dangerous. Dust here is more than an annoyance. It's a constant companion. Shopkeepers complain about it endlessly. As I speak, I can almost feel the particles sticking to the inside of my mouth, turning into a paste like clay. Sweating in such an environment makes things worse. The dust clings to the skin, mixes with sweat, and forms a sticky, muddy film. At the end of the day, your hair feels gritty, your clothes feel heavy, and your body feels unclean. Yeah, that's worse than cigarettes. The danger here is not just visible dust. Microscopic pollutants, known as PM2.5 particles, float unseen in the air. They are about 33 times thinner than a human hair because they are so small and light. They could stay suspended in the air for hours, even days. When inhaled, they bypass our natural nose filters, lodge deep in the lungs, and eventually seep into the bloodstream. The results are deadly: lung cancer, heart disease, asthma, chronic bronchitis, eye infections, and even genetic damage that can affect unborn children. Breathing the air in Lahore for a single day is like smoking 15 cigarettes. That's the level of harm residents face every day: sewage, garbage, and chaos walking deeper into the bazaar. Another problem hits us: the open sewage system. Normally, sewers are hidden underground. Here, wastewater flows openly along the edges of streets where people walk, eat, and shop. The stench is overpowering. Flies swarm in the air, sometimes landing on people's faces or food. Nearby, a butcher works with meat over an open drain. Toxic metals, copper, zinc, arsenic, and others flow into these waters from industrial waste. The same particles that poison the air also contaminate the water. Children play nearby, completely used to the sight and smell. Garbage is everywhere: plastic bags stuck to power poles, piles of trash left in empty lots, and waste dumped directly from windows into the streets. Trash bins are rare, found mostly along highways. In residential areas, people simply throw waste into open spaces because the infrastructure to collect it properly is missing. The city's waste problem is so big that the municipality's trucks can never fully catch up. Workers sometimes hose garbage piles with water just to make them easier to shovel into trucks. Rats, mice, stray cats, and dogs treat these garbage mounds as feeding grounds. No place to walk, no escape from smog. One of the daily challenges for residents is that there are almost no proper sidewalks. Walking through Lahore means sharing space with motorcycles, rickshaws, trucks, and even donkeys pulling carts. The right-of-way here belongs to vehicles, not pedestrians, making crossing the road a risky game. From October to December, Lahore experiences what locals call the fifth season, smog season. Dust and toxic gases get trapped close to the ground due to changes in air pressure and temperature. In winter, this blanket of pollution thickens, reducing visibility so much that flights are canceled and highways shut down. Even though we visited in summer, We still saw the thick haze settle in the evenings when temperatures dropped. Life in the alleys to escape traffic, locals sometimes take narrow back alleys. But these are often just as congested, filled with garbage, market stalls, and sometimes animals feeding on waste. It's not unusual to see chickens pecking near piles of rotting food, while butchers work a few steps away. Exhaust fumes mix with the smell of raw meat, fried snacks, and sewage. Stray animals wander freely, donkeys, dogs, cats, and even eagles circling overhead in search of food scraps. Some animals are thin and sickly, worn down by the environment. And yet, life continues. Traders shout prices, customers haggle. Motorcycles weave between pedestrians. Everyday survival, daily life here is about adapting to discomfort. People share glasses of drinking water from public stands, even if they fall to the ground. During the pandemic, this habit became especially risky. But old routines die hard. Power lines hang dangerously low above the streets because most cables are not buried underground. In some cases, they're close enough for a person to accidentally touch. Repair work after a power failure takes longer because the lines are so tangled. Shrines, however, offer moments of color and tradition in the chaos. People decorate them with flowers and gifts, continuing rituals passed down for generations. Heat, laws, and everyday scenes. Even in January, Lahore's average temperature is above 12 C5 for F. In summer, it easily reaches 38 Celsius 100 F. The heat slows life down, adding a lazy rhythm to the city's already chaotic pace. Alcohol is banned for Muslims, but can be bought by foreigners and non-Muslims from certain outlets. Motorcycles and rickshaws dominate the roads. Street vendors sell everything from fruit to caged birds. One man charges 100 Pakistani rupees, about 60 cents, to release a bird in front of tourists. It's a small business born out of unemployment. Armed guards stand outside fast food chains, and begging is common, including among transgender individuals who are a visible part of street life. A city of history and struggle despite its problems, Lahore has a deep cultural heritage. Known as the heart of Pakistan, it is home to Lollywood, the nation's film industry, and monuments from the Mughal Empire, which made Lahore its capital from the 16th to 18th centuries. The Badshahi Mosque, completed in 1673, can hold 100,000 worshippers. Its minarets were built at a slight outward angle to prevent collapse onto people during earthquakes. The Lahore Fort and Shalimar Gardens, both UNESCO World Heritage Sites, speak of a time when this was one of the most beautiful cities in Asia. Today, cricket is the city's favorite sport, played in every open space, even with the air thick with pollution. The cost of pollution, the economic cost of Lahore's air pollution, is staggering. In 2017 alone, the damage was estimated at $47.8 billion, about 5.88% of Pakistan's GDP. Authorities have begun taking steps, sealing thousands of outdated brick kilns, closing polluting factories, confiscating vehicles, and arresting individuals for environmental damage. But experts warn that true change will require long-term measures, shifting to clean energy, enforcing emission controls, promoting electric vehicles, and rethinking urban planning. From the smoke rising from factory chimneys to the garbage that piles up in every corner, Lahore's pollution is not just an environmental crisis. It's a public health emergency. Protecting the air, water, and land here is not just about saving nature, it's about saving lives. I hope this journey helped you see the reality of life in the world's most polluted city. Thank you for watching, and if you'd like to support our work bringing stories from around the world, you can find links in the description. Rui Quinnet, signing off. If you want, I can also make this version even more extended with richer storytelling so it pushes closer to a 25-minute documentary narration that would involve adding local interviews, more historical layers, and additional environmental comparisons. Would you like me to take it that far?